Hello guys, my name's Asim and I'm here to talk to you about the effects that the Iran war is having on property prices and financing property. If you are struggling to get finance to complete a purchase or refinance, you're not alone. It is happening to just about everyone I know. We are all in that little procedure right now where the Iran war has put lenders feeling the risk is too high and the interest rate is going to raise. They're expecting once the interest rate rises, they will then be able to lend at a higher rate. At the end of the day, it's not that bad of a deal for you if you are looking at buy to let. For example, a rise of 1% will not actually make that much difference to how much you are repaying on a buy to let property, as whatever you're earning from that property will be able to cover your mortgage anyway. If you are looking to have surplus amounts of rental income from the property after clearing your mortgage, what you're paying, you would obviously need multiple properties to give you that. I am currently getting numerous calls from previous clients and new clients in regards to this, as everybody at the moment is looking for someone to help sort out the financial issues of getting a mortgage on existing property or properties they've recently purchased. It is difficult at the moment, but it's not to say it's not happening. There are still mortgage lenders that are still lending at the current rates. My advice to anyone at the minute is to get your deal locked in as soon as possible, as the chances then of a mortgage company pulling the offer are very slim because they've already accepted. If you want help with this, book in a call. Let me help you. Let me put you in touch with my brokers that will allow you to get your finances sorted for your property. It is a current struggle. I'm having it myself also. It doesn't mean that I'm still not getting the finance I need. I might not be getting the best deals for myself, but my deals are still going through. This at the moment is pretty much the best case scenario, but it's not forever. This time will pass. We've seen it. History has told us. Every so often, whatever's happening in the world does cause issues. Currently, things like fuel prices, interest rates, everything is due to rise, but they will slow themselves down. If you are looking to refinance or take finance on a property, even if you do have a deal locked in today, by the time it's actually completed, if there are better rates around, the existing lender that you are working with might be able to put you back onto a better deal. You may have to pay a small fee to change the product, but at least then you'll be on a product that's right for you. I've had these issues prior anyway, so for me it's nothing new, but generally speaking, yes, we are finding it that it is more difficult at the moment. You're not getting the ideal lender you want to be with or the rates you want to be paying. But if you are looking to purchase property, you're not looking to purchase property for you to really be able to benefit today. It is a long-term process. So getting in at the moment may seem difficult or not as worth it for you as you would see because of the rates. But what this has done, it has caused some sort of benefit, because now people are refraining from purchasing property because they're thinking in that same manner. But what this has caused is lower property prices. So you're actually purchasing property for a lower price than you normally would have, because the people that are looking to purchase properties are refraining from it. This would help you obviously pick up property for a lower price. So where the rates are slightly higher, you're probably paying what you would have paid anyway. Of course, on a lower amount, which in 5 years' time, when you do refinance, you'll be able to build up that equity quicker to a higher value. Once property prices do stabilize and go back to normal, you'll find you'll be able to have more equity in the property because you purchased it at a lower amount than you normally would have, making you benefit in equity. But yes, you did pay a slightly higher rate for the finance for the term you have. If this is something that does interest you and you want help with this, book in a call with me. Let me see how I can help you. There are multiple ways you could go about this. If you are in a position where you want to do this but not sure how, I'm just a click away. Click on the link below, book in a call, and let's see how we can get you on your journey. If there are things that are making you feel that right now may not be the time to purchase, maybe a good chat with me might help you see which way you want to go. Buying property is not for everyone, but how do you know it's not for you unless you've explored all your options? So just to recap here, the war in Iran is causing issues. Some are beneficial, some are not. Currently, if you are a cash buyer and you're purchasing property with full hard cash, it's happy days, because you're not going to see a time like this anytime soon again. This is currently the best time to purchase property, as the market is showing prices are on a down. We are obviously experiencing problems with financing and valuations, but these are all blips that will pass. and eventually you will be in profit. Purchasing property is not always as easy as it seems. If you are paying the higher rate, yes, you will get lower rates on your financing. If you're paying the lower rates, you will be paying higher rates on financing. So it's all swings and roundabouts. It's what works for you. Essentially, I would prefer to pay less for the property and more on my financing costs, as I'll be putting less money into the project, which will allow me to work on maybe more multiple projects as I do. Having all your money tied up into one deal is not ideal because it puts financial stress onto you. But playing with smaller amounts or multiple properties is what I feel is the ideal way, as you're spreading the risk across multiple properties. You will see that this current situation may take a couple of years now to even itself out. Most mortgage deals tend to be between 2 to 5 years. So yes, if you do put yourself into a shorter mortgage deal now, maybe not on the ideal rate, but once things do settle themselves back down in a couple of years, you will then be able to capitalize on getting a good deal on your property and have good value in there because you've paid less and you've actually been able to borrow less because of the valuations you're going to be getting right now. So definitely for the future, it's still a very good investment. For those of you who do have current portfolios and are wondering, where do you stand now? You're struggling to get refinancing, you're struggling to get the valuations you need. Yes, these things do happen and there is the risk of having property, but you're still safe. At the end of the day, you have a mortgage on the property. Your bank's not going to repossess if you're carrying on paying your mortgage. You may not be on the best available product, but you still do own the property, you are still getting rent, and you're still being able to afford the mortgage payments through the rent that you're getting. So at the end of the day, it's just a temporary blip which will pass. For those of you that are still struggling with finance at the moment, I do have a great team of brokers that I work with who I can put you in touch with that may be able to help you in your situation. Everyone's situations are different. From my experience with all the clients I've worked with, no two are really the same, but we've still had pretty much 100% success rate with all the clients that we worked with over the last few auctions especially. At the moment, we're finding that you are able to pick up a good bargain because typically this time of the year, April, May, March, April, May tend to be the best times to purchase anyway, from my experience, as it's the end of the financial year approaching. People are looking to offload their properties and not everybody's looking to add to their portfolios at this time of year, hence why you do tend to get a good price. The valuations we set in the last auction, my clients did manage to stay within their budgets to which they did purchase, and I can't wait for them to show me their finished products with the properties after I've guided them on how to have them refurbished. And once we do get the valuations in, it will be interesting to see how well they have done. The other side of the effects that we are seeing due to the war is increased prices for the cost of materials that we are using to refurbish our properties. So at the moment, anyone that I'm working with, I am telling them to include their 10% contingency into the initial build cost and add a further 10% as contingency, because the costs of the materials that we are using to refurbish have gone up due to, of course, fuel costs going up, etc., etc. Just the cost of raw materials has gone up. This does happen. I mean, after COVID, we noticed it as well, where prices for materials just shot up. Generally, I do feel there are more reasons to it, which I'm not going to go into, but prices do go up when it's easily justifiable. So using the cost of fuel, for example, does help businesses put up their prices to bring up their bottom line. It's just the way it is. We have to just incorporate this in our cost. You cannot obviously look at it as, I'm not going to do it now because the prices have gone up. The only person then losing out is yourself, to be honest. So my advice is just build in a bit more extra contingency if you are looking to do any refurbishment works, as the costs have gone up. And generally speaking, in the next 6 months, you can see they will go up a lot more. And to be honest, from my experience, these prices won't come back down. So they will look normal in 6 months' time. Be it more inflated than what it would have done. But then again, I have been telling people for a long time, look to get into this as it is the best time. Generally speaking, if you have not started till now, it's only going to get worse anyway. So the later you do it, the worse off you will be. So book in a call. Let's see how you can get started. Thank you for your time.